This is a workshop on how to use colour. This is part of a series for Camden Carers, and I will be delivering 2 workshops, and this is the first on how to use colour. So in this workshop we're going to be learning more about how we can understand colours, how we can use them in art, and how to demystify some of the language around colour. So we're often confronted with too many colours. If you start painting and it's your first go at it, you will often have a palette of colours where there are so many, you recognise some of them, but you won't know what to do with them. When we go to an art shop, we're often confronted with this scene. Too much choice, too many colours, what to choose, what are essential and what are just luxury colours. When I first started painting, I thought that you had to buy every colour that was available. Now here is a Dutch manufacturer of paints, of oil and acrylic and watercolour paints called Old Holland, and this is their colour chart. As you can see, there are multiple blues, multiple yellows, reds. Do we need all of these? And how much will they cost? When I began, I started to collect all of these colours, soon running out of money and thinking that I couldn't be a good artist unless I had them all. So I went on a mission to find out what was essential, what I needed, what I didn't. So in this workshop, we're going to go back to basics. It's really important for beginners and artists who've got a little bit more practice. You can never go wrong with learning more about those principles around colours. So we're going to first look at the primary colours. Primary colours are called primary because they are original colours. So red, blue and yellow are our primary colours. These are the colours from which all other colours come from. As an artist, it is really good to learn how to mix colours. And if you were to go into an art shop and you had your white paint already and you could only afford to buy 3 colours, these are the colours you would buy. A basic red, a basic blue and a basic yellow. These are our secondary colours, orange, violet and green. Now secondary colours come about by the mixing of 2 primary colours. It's really important to understand this because you will see in art shops or in the palette you have at home, your palette of colours, you will often see an orange, a violet and a green. These aren't essential because often they are mixed up from those 3 primary colours. If we see, to make the secondary colours, blue and red make violet, yellow and red make orange, and yellow and blue make green. So already we have a good spectrum of colours there based on our 3 primary colours. Here is a colour wheel, and as you can see we have our yellow, red and blue, and then in between each of those primary colours we have the secondary colours that are mixed by combining the 2, orange, green and violet. Here is a more in-depth colour wheel, and you can see that as yellow moves towards red, it goes through those various stages of orange. The orange closest to the yellow has more yellow in it, and the orange closest to the red has more red in it. This is our first little exercise in this workshop. You can do this at home. Participants done it in the workshop. So it's to draw this colour wheel. You can do it roughly, you can draw around a plate, you can do it freehand, and then to divide it into these sections here. When you've done that, we would take our 3 primary colours, so yellow, red and blue. Don't worry about any other colours at the moment, just yellow, red and blue. fill those sections in with those primary colours, and then going clockwise around, mix your orange, mix your secondary colour, which is orange, yellow and red, and then move around again. So combine blue and red to make your violet, and then blue and yellow to make your green. So there we've got a basic colour wheel. Again, if you're a beginner or someone who's got a bit more practice, this is always a good exercise to do. I do it all of the time, and it just keeps me up to date with that colour knowledge that's in my brain. Here we see one that's a little bit more complex. So if you want, again, draw a circle and divide it into 12 sections there, and mix all of those colours based on your primaries. So the orange that is closer to the yellow has more yellow in it and a little bit of red, and as it gets closer to the red, there's more red and less yellow.